There are many different routines out there on how to get consistent, how to become this, how to become fit, how to do this, that, the third, all sorts of ideas, topics, tips, routine, all that kind of stuff. And we love them. But I'm gonna tell you, man, there's this one routine that we all need to actually start incorporating within our day. And it's very simple. It's very, very simple. It is first off a routine where you actually not only get ready to conquer the day, but also you actually get ready to visualize and look around and really see what you have here in this moment and to be thankful for it. This year by far has been literally the best year of my life. Not because of the abundance of all the joyous moments that we usually think of, not because I was able to make 300K a month and oh my god, not because of these good things that we usually think of, but actually because of the opposite. It's actually because of the amount of trials and errors that I've actually been through this year. And here's why. For example, when it comes to failed relationships, this year I probably had the most. And the thing is, we know that, to be honest, all dudes, some way, somehow, even if they don't say it, they want love. And that's one of the things that I've been trying to find. I don't know, maybe I was trying to force it. I'm not sure what I was trying to do. But if there's one thing that I've realized this year is that instead of being bitter at me not getting that person, you feel me, not making that relationship work, talk about some, oh, girls ain't this, girls ain't that, girls are trash. Like, I actually got grateful for it. I got grateful not only for the experience, but also because I've realized that there must be something better in store for me. And one of the other things that I've realized is that, well, wherever God is not involved, things go south. That's simply it. I've realized that, and after realizing that, I'm like, okay, cool. Now this is game. See, this is wisdom. This is one of the things that, because of a couple of bad, chaotic events that happened this year, I was able to learn that. And now, keeping that in mind is going to be in my head for the rest of my life. That where God is not, things go south. And that's simple. I don't care if you're religious, if you're not religious, boom, boom, whatever, cool. But this is the truth. Wherever you don't put God, things go south. If you're trying to do things for yourself, based on your own understanding, you're trying to get with this person because they look cute, it look gorgeous, whatever. Yeah, but it's not going to work. There's more to that. There's more to the physical aspect of things in order to make something work. There's more to the, oh, I'm going to be able to make this amount of money in order to actually make something work. So continuing with why exactly I truly believe that this has been the best year of my life is because after every single one of these chaotic moments, I've come to a point where I'm forced to be grateful for what I have remaining, for what I have now in the present moment. This year, I've seen my bank account hit zero so many times to the point where it's like, it's it doesn't even faze me no more. I realized that money is actually a number, and that it's easy to actually acquire it, but it's also as easy to even spend it and to lose it all and not invest it in the right things. But the thing is this: every single time my account would hit zero, it would literally draw me closer to actually being grateful for the things I still got. It is insane how when my bank account would hit zero, I would still be able to go outside, have nice clothes, literally have water to drink, have food to eat, a shelter over my head, a nice bed. And for some reason, some way, somehow, I would always know that I'm going to be good for the upcoming bills. Even if my account is at zero and I know I probably have like $500 or $1,000 worth of bills coming up, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be good. And that simply kept on drawing me closer into being grateful for what I got. And how do you actually be grateful for what you got now? How do you actually see it and realize it? Well, I believe that there's a couple of things that we have on earth, right? We have the things that we actually have that we fail to realize. It can be, for example, a lot of people don't realize how blessed they are in terms of being able to make a conscious thought without any diseases or any disability disrupting that. A lot of people don't understand that. They don't pay attention to that because the only thing that's in your head is paying this bill, paying that bill, to the point where you forget that. I get that. I get it. But the fact of the matter is that you're still incredibly blessed, because when you see somebody with a disability that's not able to do what it is that you're doing, you're just like, damn, like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this person can't even form a sentence because there's some sort of disability that they have, that they was probably born with it, or they probably acquired it as they go throughout age. And it's like, man, how lucky are you? So we have the things that we have, but we don't even know that we have them. So we can't even be grateful for them. Then we have the things that we actually have, and we know that we have them. Roof on top of your head, you know that you have that, right? And sometimes we are grateful for it, but just maybe not grateful enough. Maybe you are grateful for actually having it, but there's always something. It's always, oh, it could be better. It could be this. It could be that. It's always something, bro. Something. Always something. Then, you have other things. Things that you have lost and things that you will lose. These two things are things that people always forget to be thankful for. Yo, there are so many people in life, so many opportunities in life, so many things that happen in a negative sense that probably did not go well, and that we fail to actually be grateful for these things. And the reason why we should be grateful for them is because if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be where we're at right now. I'll tell you this. See, there's a very particular stage of my life where I was getting in trouble. I was risking many different things, like, for example, going to jail, being, booked, all sorts of stuff, trying to be a gangster, right? If it wasn't for that stage of my life, I promise you, the character that I have now, I would have never been able to get to this point. Never in 1,000 years would I be seeing myself speaking in the way that I'm speaking right now, thinking in the way that I'm thinking right now, if it wasn't for that particular moment of my life where I literally had to go through that. Now, in terms of what you will lose, well, in the future, you will lose a couple of things. You still need to be grateful for that and not be scared of it, because it's like those things that maybe the very things that you're going to lose tomorrow is the same thing that's going to give you the wisdom that you need in order to actually navigate throughout the next 2 years of your life. So tomorrow did not come yet, but still be grateful for the things that you are going to lose, because you are going to lose a lot. Yeah, you is, bro. And that just simply puts in perspective the one routine that many people forget to include in their day. However it is that you are going to be grateful for things, make sure that you include a routine that allows you to do that. It can be prayer, it can be meditation. I don't really recommend meditation, because the thing is this, like, you're always trying to rely on your own self to actually, how can I say that? Like, imagine, and the only reason why I say that, the whole being thankful, right? Being grateful and actually seeing what you have and really being grateful for it. The one way that I think that it would really work and you would really see change in your life is truly when you start to understand that there is something else that is at play that is bigger than you, and that is also, that has the power to either take and give life. If you're an atheist, to be honest, I don't know how this will work. You could be the most grateful atheist ever, but if you don't believe in God, it's like, man, it's really hard, because I was an atheist. So therefore, that's why I say that to actually have the most effective result in this routine. And to be honest, I think it gets to a point where you're not really trying to gain any result. You're simply trying to do it for the sake of it, just to do it. You're doing it just to do it, and just to actually acknowledge that at least you are not at a state of lack. You are not at a state of drought. You are at a state of abundance, no matter where it is that you is, because there's somebody that wish that they were exactly in your shoes. So I'm gonna say it again. I really do think that this is something that if you're going to incorporate it into your life, you need to be saying thank you to the creator. Not just simply sitting there, maybe meditating, or maybe just going about, I'm gonna be thankful for today. Hey, so who are you being like? Do you think that those things, just the things that you have in your life, just kind of manifested just like that? All of a sudden, it's just poof out of nowhere. Because to be honest, that's really what you might be saying. It's like, okay, they just appeared, so therefore you're just going to be thankful for them just appearing. No, somebody gave them to you, and you know what it is. Some people just don't want to acknowledge that, and that's okay. That's okay. We all know who. The Father in heaven. And then that's that. The Father in heaven and the Lord Jesus Christ. Everybody know that. Some people try to deny it. Cool. But we're not going to talk about that for this video. We're trying to save as much emotions as possible. And also, I'm not trying to push this down anybody's throat. Because again, I was an atheist. I was an agnostic. I was trying to do spiritual stuff, all that type of stuff. So I get it. I'm not trying to judge nobody for their current state of life when it comes to spirituality. But yeah, this is the one thing that everybody needs to incorporate in their life. And that is being grateful. And doing that every day as a practice, not when I feel like it. I did it in the morning and at night. And again, not when I feel like it, in the morning and at night. Doing that for literally since the beginning of this year until now, the shift in mindset has been mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I get up today knowing that nobody can actually make me have a bad day. And even if something bad happens, it doesn't mean that it was a bad day. Even if the entire day goes wrong, it doesn't mean it was a bad day, bro. It's just things happen. Things happen. That's it. And the thing is, most of the time, you need to be thankful even for the bad things that happen. Because think about it like this, right? Some matcha drops on your shirt, right? Now your whole shirt is green, maybe some coffee, right? Whatever. Now, your whole day is messed up because now you have a big stain on your white shirt. Some people might forget that, the fact that you can afford matcha, the fact that you can afford coffee, the fact that you can afford that cold brew, the fact that you can afford that cappuccino, the fact that you can afford that drink, really just simply shows that you're actually blessed. Because if, let's just say, you didn't even have a white shirt to begin with and you was homeless in the street, sure, there will be no matcha or no coffee dropping on your shirt because you will be butt naked, homeless, dirty. But you're homeless, butt naked, and dirty. Do you see where I'm getting at? So it's like, even when these bad things happen, you need to see it in another perspective. And that, it takes practice. It doesn't just happen today. It's like, I'm trying to see it I'm trying to see life in another perspective today and, expect for everything to change. Nah, bro. It's literally a thing that you have to work on. If you don't work on it, it doesn't happen. And it's something that you literally have to treat it like the gym, like any other fitness or, any other virtue or any other sort of activity that actually requires consistency. It's not just, one day and hopefully my mindset changes and everything gets better. No, it don't work like that. And that's as simple as I can put it for you. If you think it does like that, then therefore you're foolish, and that's simply it. So, yeah. I wanted to upload this video simply to actually remind somebody that if you're going through a specific, part of your life that you maybe feel like things are not going exactly how you think they should be going, that's cool. I get that. But maybe kind of rewind how you even go about seeing it. Try to even see the words that you use to define that period of your life. It's like, I hate my life, man. Girls aren't this, it's just a whole bunch of blaming this, blaming that, you not having this, you not having that, you not being here, you not being there. But then you wake up and you're able to just do some of the things that most people can't. You still don't see it. You're a fool. You are a fool. And you should literally put yourself in check. So that's that. That's all I wanted to share. I did not intend for it to be this long of a video, but it was. With that being said, peace. Take what I said with a grain of salt, apply it, but also it's up to you to stay consistent with it. That's that.